If you want to win some free PSN or Xbox gift cards, all you gotta do is be subscribed to my channel, drop a like on this video, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to turn on notifications. Also, Call of Duty points are in Infinite Warfare and Black Ops 3. If you want to get some free Call of Duty points, click that link down in the description, install the app, and start earning yourself some points today. Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin, and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the top 5 SMGs in order in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I do Top Gun videos quite a bit. This time I'm putting them in order. 2,000 likes. Slap that like button, boys. Let's go for 2,000 likes. I appreciate all the new subscribers. Click that button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We're going to be talking about this because we just had the new edition of the gun you're seeing up on the screen, the Msmc, which is such a strong gun. These are going to be in order. Top 5 SMGs, I'm going to be explaining why, what I like to run with them, all that sort of stuff. Smack that like button, let's get started. I'm going to start with number 1 on the list and work my way up. The number 1 best SMG in this game right now is probably going to be the Msmc, and I'm going to put the Msmc on my list as number 1. This thing just came out, not that many people have it, so of course it's kind of tough to make a DLC weapon number 1, but if you've ever picked up this gun, if you've ever watched a gameplay, if you've ever played with it, and this gameplay is me playing on my buddy's account, this gun is ridiculous. You don't need grip, and it has no recoil, and it kills about as fast as the VMP. Now, basically what makes this thing better than the VMP is the fact that you don't need grip and it has no recoil. The VMP, even with grip, does have some slight recoil to the upper right. However, the VMP does have 40 bullets in each magazine, while the Msmc has 30. But the reload time of this Msmc is basically non-existent. The recoil is non-existent. This thing is absolutely the number 1 protege, and the gun is ridiculous. And that's why I think after this patch update, after this gun's been put into the game, it has to be at the number 1 slot in the game. Now, of course, this is a DLC weapon, which means probably 80-85% of people do not have this gun, maybe even higher. I personally don't have this gun on my account, even though I opened like 150 supply drops for this thing, and I'm just praying that next time I get a triple play bribe that I'm able to unlock this thing, because it definitely is an absolute beast. Msmc from Black Ops 2, of course. In Black Ops 2, it was also the best SMG. However, at the start of the game, the PDW was actually the best SMG, but then they ended up nerfing the PDW, which gave the Msmc the top spot. Similar to in this game, how the Vesper is kind of equivalent to the PDW, Black Ops 3 versus Black Ops 2. They were both super powered guns with no recoil, and then they added recoil, quite a bit of it to each of them, and they both kind of became irrelevant guns. I mean, the PDW is still kind of relevant. The Vesper at this point in the game is just not that strong, and I was playing with it a little bit today, seeing if it deserved a spot on the top 5 list, but because of its recoil is just so high, even with a grip on it, there's no reason to pick a Vesper over any gun that can be a standard SMG with a little bit slower fire rate, but that can melt people a lot quicker because it has no recoil. And when I was playing with the Vesper, you really do have to pull down with that gun, and it just makes it a lot harder. Now, coming at the number 2 SMG in this game, of course, I'm guessing you guys can probably guess it. It's going to be the VMP. Now, I want to do them in this order from 1st to 5th because it just makes it easier to talk about, because I didn't want to spoil it, but I want to talk about guns that are better than it. Of course, why the VMP? This gun is the best gun, like one of the best guns in the game. However, with this new update with the Msmc, I just have to give it to the Msmc. The VMP, what attachments I like to run on this one are grip and quick draw, as well as extended mags or fast mags. With the Msmc, you don't have to run that grip, which frees up another slot. I would still recommend running quick draw as well as fast mags for the Msmc, but you free up an extra slot, which allows people, they've been going with stock on the Msmc, which makes you like a unkillable strafing machine, or other people like to run long barrel. But the VMP is the gun that, of course, most people don't have the XMC. Everyone has the VMP. If you want your standard SMG that's going to win you gunfights, that's going to be good for competitive play as well as good for public match play, you're going to get double kills, you're going to get triple kills, you're going to build up streaks, this is the one. The thing is an overall beast. Hipfire is pretty strong on it. Recoil is a tiny bit to the right, but only at long ranges. If you keep it close to medium range, which is what you should be doing with an SMG anyway, any of these SMGs, I talk about them, you need to be playing that close to medium range playstyle, or else why the hell are you using an SMG? This VMP is freaking awesome, and it's one that I don't think will ever change, really. It's since day one, it's been a strong gun, and I think it's probably always going to be that standard SMG to hold you down in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. That's why it's the number 2 slot on this list. Number 1 for normal guns. Of course, it's beaten by a DLC gun. Number 3 is going to be the Kuda. The Kuda is a deadly SMG that is freaking awesome. People like to run this thing with rapid fire, with extended mags. This thing is amazing. I've been using it since the beta of Black Ops 3, loving it. The only reason why this one doesn't get as much shine is because it's hidden behind the VMP and the Vesper when the Vesper was in its premiere point in the game. The Kuda is freaking awesome. Some people love the Kuda even more than the VMP. My issue with the Kuda is occasionally, if you're not on the best connection, it can seem like the hit detection is kind of weak on it. And that's another reason why the AK-74U, which is an awesome SMG, did not make this top 5 list, because the AK-74U, with myself and other people have this opinion as well, it seems like the hit detection can be a little bit off, and that missing that one bullet on the hit detection, that bullet not counting, can be the difference between a kill and a death, which can be the difference between getting your kill streak or not, and a huge amount of things. You know, it's all a snowball effect in Black Ops 3, so that could really screw you over. However, in games where you have perfect connection, the Kuda is a monster, and you can feel like, if you watch the gameplay here that I had, this gameplay, I felt like I had perfect connection. I was just destroying people. It feels like it's a 2-shot kill at times. The iron sights are absolutely awesome, one of my favorites in the game. It sort of reminds me of the UMP sights. I'd probably say this one even has better sights than the VMP, and that's why I love using the Kuda. Most of these guns I don't really run any sight with at all, and that's why I love the Kuda. Coming in at number 4, the Weevil. A gun not that many people are too fond of. I love this thing. Reminds me of the P90, my favorite gun. And this thing, once again, is sort of like the Msmc in the fact that you don't need grip on it. Same with the Kuda in a sense. I would say the only one you want to have grip on out of this whole list is probably the VMP. Most of these guns in this game don't have grip. And a lot of people always ask me, how does your gun have no recoil? How does your gun have no recoil? If you find you're having trouble with recoil, try to learn the recoil pattern and pull against it. For example, if the recoil is up to the right, try to move your thumbstick just a tiny little bit. It's not as big as you think, but a tiny little bit down to the left, that can combat the recoil. This thing, once again, is similar to the Msmc. It has no recoil, so I run it with quick draw, stock, as well as on this one, you don't even need to run fast mags or extended mags because you have 50 bullets over the Msmc that has 30. I think the Weevil is so underrated with the proper class setup, and I made a video on this class setup like 2 weeks ago. This gun is insane. It has so much going for it, and it's really an awesome gun that I think is just like other guns in this game, gets underrated and underserved because of the guns above it. But having 50 bullets with a fast reload time, with a high fire rate, this thing is a beast. And if you can hit your shots, if you can outplay your enemies, this gun will not let you down very often. The Kuda, like I said, the hit detection could be wonkers on it. On this gun, the hit detection is pretty good all the time, and this one should really never ever let you down. Now, we're getting into the number 5 one on this list. I had some trouble deciding this one. There's a lot of good SMGs in this game. Of course, these are only my top 5. Number 5, the Razorback, boys. This is one that hasn't been talked about in so damn long, but I was playing with it a little bit today, and I was just like, this gun is good. It's a standard good gun, and it's sort of like the Weevil. It can stay strong. Of course, you only have 30 bullets, a high fire rate, melting gun. This one is a good gun. I don't think it's better than any of the other 4 on this list in any particular area, but I think it's one that is another overall beast of a gun that's just one step or even half a step behind the other guns on this list, and I 100% think it deserves this spot over the Vesper because the Vesper is in not too good of a place right now. Vesper is probably my favorite gun from Black Ops 3 in the whole life cycle, but I used it when it was in its peak with no recoil. Nowadays it has so much recoil, and that's why I couldn't consciously put it on this list. Other guns like the 74U, bad hit detection. PPSH is one that is pretty good. I do have that gun, and I was debating whether that one deserves a spot on this list. The Pharaoh is one that was the best gun when the game first came out, but right now it's just pretty weak, and it does have hit detection problems as well. So this will be coming in at the number 5 spot on my list. You guys let me know in the comment section down below, what is your favorite SMGs in this game? Let me know probably like your top 3 SMGs in this game. Hopefully some of them will be on this list. I know everyone is going to have different opinions, but these SMGs, if you're looking for something that, if you play that medium, close range, aggressive style, any of these guns using the sort of little class setup tips I dropped in this video should work out pretty well for you, and you should have a great time with them. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys made it to the end, slap that like button. Let's go for 2,000 likes. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. We just hit 700k subs. Huge shout out to everyone. Thank you so much for that. Smack that like button, sub for a cookie, and don't lookie. And I'm out. Peace. Have a great night, guys.